There we go.
In accordance with the board's bylaws, as chairperson, I will now call the special meeting of the Board of Trustees of Illinois State University to order at 2:30 p.m. I note for the record that notice of today's meeting was posted in accordance with the Illinois Open Meetings Act, and that the public has been notified of the date, time, and location of this meeting. As included in the meeting notice, the university has provided a YouTube link that allows anyone interested to watch the meeting in real time and hear all discussions and votes. Trustee Navarro, please call the roll.
Trustee Bone.
Present.
Trustee Henniges.
Present.
Trustee Lutt.
Present.
Trustee Merminga. Trustee Navarro, present. Trustee Peterson.
Present.
Trustee Russell.
Present.
Trustee Tillis. We have a quorum. Section 7 of the Open Meetings Act allows members to attend a public meeting by video or audio conference if they are prevented from physically attending the meeting because of 1, personal illness or disability, 2, employment purposes or the business of the public body, or 3, for family or other emergency purposes. In advance of today's meeting, Trustee Merminga and Trustee Tillis notified the chair of their request to join us by audio conference to attend and participate in today's meeting. Trustee Merminga, please state the reason you are requesting to attend the board meeting by audio conference.
I requested to attend the meeting via audio conference due to personal illness. Thank you.
Trustee Tillis, please state the reason you are requesting to attend the board meeting by audio conference.
Employment purposes.
May I have a motion and a second to permit Trustee Merminga and Trustee Tillis to join us by phone to officially attend and participate in today's meeting?
I so move.
Trustee Navarro made the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second, Trustee Lutt. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
The motion is approved. Trustee Merminga and Trustee Tillis, you may participate in today's meeting by audio conference. You have before you the agenda for today's meeting. May I have a motion and a second to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Trustee Henniges made the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Trustee Peterson, second. Is there any discussion? Having no discussion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
The agenda is approved. Next on the agenda is public comment. In line with the established and recorded policy, the Board of Trustees will allocate a total of up to 30 minutes for public comments and questions during a public meeting. Each individual speaker is given 5 minutes for their presentation. If more than 2 people wish to speak on a single item, it is recommended they select 1 or more representatives to speak on their behalf.
This call will be recorded.
The Board of Trustees will accept copies of speakers' presentations, questions, and other relevant written materials. If you have any written materials you'd like to share with the Board of Trustees, you may send them to bot@ilstu.edu. When appropriate, the Board of Trustees will respond to a speaker's questions within a reasonable period of time. At this time, I invite Chuck Carver to come to the podium and proceed with your comments to the board.
I'm Chuck Carver, president of ASME Local 1110. Our members clean classrooms, dorms, cook meals for students, maintain the grounds, remove snow, amongst many other duties across campus. On Tuesday, we received President Tarhuli's holiday message. We too take pride in our work, our contributions to making this university and its students successful. However, we are having a difficult time sharing in your joy as we are not experiencing peace. Your email reflects financial optimism, while at the bargaining table, we are hearing doom and gloom. We have been at the bargaining table 26 sessions and have been working without a new contract since June 30th. Last week, we requested a federal mediator who will meet with us during our next bargaining session at the end of January. Our union's mission is to improve wages and working conditions for our members. ISU has made its mission clear to keep wages low and as low as possible and reject our proposals. ISU has a history of wage increases that barely cover the inflation rate. As many know, those at lower wage rates are impacted the most when costs go up. and have the least ability to absorb cost increases. Unfortunately, our members have been experiencing many impacts recently with costs of everyday items increasing at higher rates than our wages. The wage increases ISU is offering at the bargaining table just are not enough. And in this current environment, the MIT Living Wage Calculator reflects a living wage for a single adult in this county to be $20.24. 137 out of 350 bargaining unit employees earn under this living wage. While this might sound like a decent wage, in reality it's a struggle to make ends meet. For example, a single employee with no children earning $16.66 per hour nets around $9.80 per paycheck, after deductions for taxes, health, dental, insurance, and pension. That results in less than $2,000 per month to live on. Recently, WGLT published an article stating the average rent in the community is $1,000. A normal car payment is around $500 a month or higher. That leaves $500 per month to live on to cover groceries, gas, car insurance, utilities, and medical bills and medications. Now, try imagining to support one child or a family with the same wages, according to MIOT. A living wage for a single adult and one child is $39.03. We are nowhere close to that. And to add to the financial strain, 25 to 30% of our members experience an academic layoff throughout the year, like the one that started today. Some workers will be on layoff until January 8th. These same workers are ineligible for unemployment by law. All of this results in many workers having second jobs to financially survive. President Tarhouli, we understand why you can experience joy. When you accepted your position in March of 2024, your annual salary was increased to $450,000 per year. Your position received a 20% increase. In this current economic environment, it's much easier for you to absorb the increases in the cost of living and to make ends meet. We would like to enjoy and experience joy. Joy for us would mean wage increases that show ISU takes care of its employees, so employees can make ends meet and maybe get a little ahead rather than going backwards. Joy for us would be having a contract that improves the lives of our members and reflects respect for the work that we do. Joy would be ISU showing the same financial investment in its employees as it does its buildings and programs. Joy would be having longevity pay to reward years of service and experience. Joy would be having ample parking so we can come and do our jobs. Joy would be agreeing to a fair contract with us now. We are hopeful that ISU shows us with deeds, not just words, that sincerely wishes us joy. Thank you.
Thank you, Chuck Carver. At this time, I invite Heath Plymers to come to the podium and proceed with your comments to the board.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, members of the board. My name is Keith Plymers. I am the Vice President of the United Faculty of Illinois State University. I'm here today to stand in solidarity with President Carver and with all of the members of AFSCME 1110. The workers of AFSCME 1110 are essential to this university. They make sure that our students are fed when they're hungry. They make sure that the places where our students live are clean and give them a beautiful place to reside. They make sure that the grounds of this university, when there are flowers, are beautiful. They make sure when there is winter weather that it is safe to move around this campus. On the absolute worst days of the year, members of AFSCME 1110 are outside in the freezing cold, making sure that the rest of us can do our jobs. It is essential that this university recognizes the work that they do and treats them with fairness, dignity, and respect. They are valued members of our community. They are our friends. They are our neighbors. They are the beating heart of this university. We will stand in solidarity with our brothers and sisters and siblings in AFSCME 1110 in every way we possibly can. The faculty here are behind you. We understand and value the work that you do, and we call on the board to urge the university to reach a fair contract now, to recognize the essential work that the members of AFSCME 1110 perform that make this a great place to learn and teach. Thank you.
Thank you, Keith Plymers. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us in the December 12th, 2025 special meeting of the Board of Trustees. We have a full agenda ahead of us, so I will keep my remarks brief. On behalf of the entire board, I would like to extend our sincere congratulations to our December graduates, as well as to their parents, families, and supporters. We look forward to celebrating with you at tomorrow's commencement ceremony. Your achievements stand as a testament to your hard work and perseverance, and we wish you every success in your future endeavors. President Tarhuli, would you like to share remarks?
Yes, and thank you. Good afternoon. As we bring the fall semester to a close, I want to take a moment to reflect on what has been a season of remarkable effort, learning, and growth across our campus. Our faculty and staff have continued to demonstrate unwavering dedication to our students. Our students have shown resilience, curiosity, and a commitment to excellence, and together, we have strengthened the fabric of the Illinois State University community. This week, we also celebrate one of the most meaningful and, in my personal opinion, favorite traditions in academia, commencement. I also extend congratulations to our graduates for reaching this important milestone. Among the 1,259 December graduates are 18 students who are earning dual degrees, 44 military-connected students, more than 300 undergraduates who achieved a 3.65 GPA or higher, 230 students receiving master's degrees, and the conferral of 43 doctoral degrees. To the students, your achievements are the result of hard work, perseverance, and the support of those who have stood beside you. We are honored to celebrate this moment with you and your families, and we look forward to seeing the impact you will make as you take your next steps beyond our campus. I would like to take a moment to share several points of pride that continue to distinguish our university. These achievements demonstrate the strength of our mission and the dedication of our entire campus community. They remind us of what we can accomplish together and inspire us to build on this momentum in the months ahead. The annual Future Teacher Conference was held on campus on November the 7th, which brought together nearly 1,600 high school students from across Illinois to engage with ISU faculty, staff, and alumni. Andy Govere, faculty associate at Thomas Metcalf School, received the $50,000 classroom furniture giveaway award from KI Furniture after a national competition was conducted that displayed an innovative plan to transform a social science middle school classroom. Donna Solomon, chair of the Department of Criminal Justice Sciences, recently received the 2025 Lifetime Achievement Award from the Division on Critical Criminology on Social Justice, a division of the American Society of Criminology. WGLT, the national public radio station operating from Illinois State University, was recently honored with a 2025 National Edward Murray Award, an honor among the most prestigious in broadcast and digital news. WGLT won the small market radio category for investigative reporting around a series titled Where Orders of Protection Fail by Lauren Waneke, Ryan Denham, and Charlie Schlenker. In the last 20 years, WGLT has amassed 40 regional Murray Awards and 6 national awards. Our student media outlets continue to showcase success in production, programming, and performance. Most notably, WZND Radio won the first ever Award for Radio Station of the Year by College Broadcasters Incorporated. Additionally, 103.3 WZND First Radio and TV10 News received outstanding recognitions at multiple events in October, including College Broadcasters Incorporated NSMC Production Awards, Illinois Broadcasters Association Student Silver Dome Awards, and the National Radio Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Campus Recreation partnered with Heartland Community College to strengthen cross-institutional collaboration and provide opportunities for students by opening ISU intramural sports to Heartland students. University Marketing and Communications earned 7 Council for Advancement and Support of Education Best of District 5 awards. These awards in photography, storytelling, video, and digital experiences affirm both the quality of their work and the authenticity with which they share the Illinois story. As we reflect on the progress we've made and the opportunities that lie ahead, we are reminded that such achievements are supported through the generosity and shared commitment of our community. It is with this spirit of gratitude that we acknowledge the financial support that continues to strengthen and elevate Illinois State University. As of November 30th, our private support for FY26 stands at $26.6 million. The pace of this progress, only months after closing our strongest year, is extraordinary. We have already surpassed the full-year totals of many past fiscal years. As recently as 2021, we finished just above $25 million in annual production. This generosity tells us something important. Our alumni and friends believe in our students. They trust our faculty and staff, and they see real value in the direction of ISU. Philanthropic support reflects a broader spirit of care that defines our community, one that is especially visible during this season of giving. The Holiday Helper and Socktober programs, sponsored by the Center for Civic Engagement, are supporting hundreds of children in the local community. Throughout October, the center collected more than 2,000 pairs of socks to be distributed to local children as part of the Holiday Helper program, which this year is sponsoring 252 children. Additionally, the successes of our student athletes, both in the classroom and in the competition, continue to make us Redbird proud. This fall, our student athletes achieved a record 92% graduation success rate, the highest in our history, with 12 of 15 teams meeting or exceeding national averages and 7 programs posting perfect scores. On the competitive front, our teams are off to strong starts. Both basketball programs opened their seasons with momentum, highlighted by the women's participation in the prestigious Discover Puerto Rico shootout and the men's tournament championship at the Terry Chocolate ESPN Events Invitational in Orlando. And as I'm sure you've all heard, Redbird football picked up a first-round victory at Southeastern Louisiana in the FCS playoffs and advanced to the second round to take on and defeat defending national champion and number 1 seeded North Dakota State. The Redbirds will face number 8 seed UC Davis tomorrow in the quarterfinals. While we take pride in all that has been accomplished this fall, we are also looking ahead with great anticipation to the spring semester. The Redbird community will return energized, ready to advance new initiatives, deepen our academic and research endeavors, and continue building an environment where every member of our university can thrive. As we head into the winter break, I hope each of you finds time to rest, relax, and recharge. Your well-being is essential to the strength of our community and to the important work we will undertake together in the months ahead. Thank you to our students, faculty, staff, and trustees for your commitment to Illinois State and for the role each of you plays in making ISU a place of learning, discovery, and belonging. I wish everyone a restorative break, joyful holidays, and a strong start to the new year.
Thank you, President Tarhule. We will now move to the consent agenda. All items listed on the consent agenda are routine and will be enacted in one motion. There will be no individual discussion of these items unless a trustee requests it. In that case, the item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered at the appropriate point on the agenda. Do any trustees wish to have any items removed from the consent agenda? Okay, hearing none, may I have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda A to C? I'm
I
sorry.
so move.
Trustee Navarro made the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Trustee Russell, second. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed? Items included on the consent agenda are approved. President Tarhule, please proceed with the resolutions.
Thank you. Resolution 2025.12/40, authorization for master licensing agreement with Starbucks Corporation.
You don't have to do that one. Isn't that? That's the consent agenda.
This is on the consent?
Only if someone asked for him to be pulled.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, you're fine.
I think we started that.
I apologize. Resolution 2025.12/42, authorization for the design and construction of GE Road Facilities Solar Energy System. Is that correct? Are we on the same page?
Yes.
Illinois State University's new site on GE Road will house the College of Engineering, as well as other academic areas and administrative functions. The facility is designed to be a hub for technological advancement, preparing students for careers in high-demand fields that shape Illinois' workforce and economy. It will include state-of-the-art laboratories, classrooms, and collaborative research spaces. Development of this site presents an opportunity to design an academic facility that is innovative, sustainable, and cost-effective. By integrating a large-scale solar energy system into the new campus site, the university can reduce long-term operating costs, provide hands-on learning opportunities for engineering students to learn directly from an on-site renewable energy system, and position ISU as a leader in sustainable campus design. Federal and state policy incentives create a favorable environment for renewable energy adoption, thereby improving project economics. The combination of incentives available through the Federal Inflation Reduction Act of 2022 and the Illinois Climate and Equitable Jobs Act of 2021 will minimize upfront costs and improve the long-term return on investment. However, recent federal legislation mandates that eligibility for federal investment tax credit incentives for solar energy be sunset by July 4, 2026, requiring construction to commence by that date. To receive the maximum incentives, actions must be taken immediately. In 2024, Siemens Industry Incorporated was awarded an energy performance contract by the state of Illinois to perform preliminary investigations of projects that would result in guaranteed energy savings. Siemens' findings indicated that the GE Road facility was a suitable site for solar energy integration, as well as other energy performance items. The university requests authorization to enter into an agreement with Siemens Industry Incorporated to design and construct the solar energy system to generate an estimated annual 3.2 megawatts of electricity with cost not to exceed $16.5 million, as well as authorization for the Vice President for Finance and Planning to borrow the needed funds to complete the project. The source of funds for this project is general revenue. I ask for your approval of this resolution.
May I have a motion and a second to approve the resolution?
So moved.
The motion is made by trustee Henniges. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by trustee Peterson. Is there any discussion?
Madam
Trustee
Chair,
Navarro.
I have a couple questions. So according to the resolution, it's based on a cost not to exceed 16.5 million.
Yes.
And that is taking into account these federal incentives?
Yes.
Federal incentives. So I understand that we have to commit to this in order to receive those incentives, but when do we receive those incentives? And what happens if we don't receive them? What happens to the cost?
I invite Vice President for Finance and Planning to address the question.
Madam Chair and Trustee Navarro, the federal tax incentive is roughly 30%. And so if we would not receive the credit, that would lengthen the payback period by approximately 4 years. So it would still be a positive, we'd still have a positive cash flow on the project, we'd still have a positive ROI, but it would take a little bit longer to repay. When will we receive those? I think was the other question. After the construction's complete, in that tax year, when we file, or excuse me, we request the credit for the tax year in which it's complete after it's completed. So it may be the following year before we actually receive the check. So it depends on how fast we complete the project and in which year.
So when are you anticipating to complete the project? What year?
It would be fully completed in the spring of '27, if not sooner.
So Madam Chair, the way this is written is that we're voting on a resolution not to exceed 16.5 million, but we are going to spend more money at this point than the 16.5 in hopes that this federal incentive is returned to us when the project is complete.
Is that true?
No,
Glenn?
no. The cost of the project is 16.5 million without the credits.
Without the credits?
Okay.
Without the credits?
Yes.
Okay,
So if
thank you.
we receive no credits from either Illinois or the feds, we would be in for 16.5 million.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you.
thank you. Are there any other questions? Trustee Russell?
Yeah, I'd say I'm a big fan of this resolution. When I think about students nowadays, sustainability is no longer just a nice to have. It's truly an expectation when they search for different universities to attend. And I think this project transforms that facility into really a living laboratory for our engineering students to take advantage of and learn from while still being fiscally wise and responsible. So I just want to commend the president and the cabinet for finding the solution for the university.
Trustee Lett?
Just maybe for a clarification, Glenn, because I think there was maybe, at least when I read some of the things online, there seemed to be some misperception out there. That there was some perception that we spend 16 and then we save 6. At least the reality is we spend the 16 and we get the 16 back plus another 6.5. And if you could just comment on that.
Yes, correct. In the first 20 years of the project. So we would spend 16.5 up, maximum 16.5 up front. We would then receive almost 50% of that back in the form of federal tax incentives or state tax incentives. And then we would end up paying the difference. And then once that's paid off, there would be another $6.5 million of utility savings that we would be making through year 20.
And the expected lifespan is even beyond that.
The expected lifespan is a minimum of 25 years. I'm told the materials have a 25-year warranty, and they believe they may they may last longer, but we're going to be planning from a fiscal perspective and a deferred maintenance perspective of a 25-year life, and hopefully we can stretch it longer.
No, thank you for those comments.
Trustee Navarro.
So when the incentive check comes, it's going to be returned to general revenue because that's where these expenses are coming from?
The incentive check will be paying down the debt that we're taking. That would be the plan.
Any other questions? And I would just like to add, I don't see Pat Vickerman here, but I would encourage him to work on some naming rights. We'll see how that goes. Okay, all those in favor of the resolution, please say aye.
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 Opposed? The resolution is approved.
Thank you. Resolution 2025.12/43, authorization of expenditures for South Campus Housing Dining Project pre-construction services. University Housing Services models inclusive living, learning environments that prepare students to serve the world in positive and transformative ways. Our long-standing 2-year on-campus housing requirement is grounded in student development theory and research that supports first-year students' academic and social development. Over the last 2 decades, due to age, limited functionality, and significant deferred maintenance costs, the university made significant changes to its residential housing program, resulting in the loss of over 1,100 birds, or 16% of our total capacity. This reduction in available housing capacity occurred at a time of significant increases in freshman classes. Together, these trends have placed substantial pressure on university housing services and campus dining services to serve the housing and dining needs of residential students who are required to live on campus. In 2017, University Housing Services hired Braceford and Dunleavy to conduct a housing feasibility study. The study recommended the university construct new residential housing to house approximately 1,200 students, as well as expand campus dining services. In 2022, the university contracted with Michael Mitchell Architects and Gilbert Building Company to provide design and pre-construction services for a 900-bed residence hall and a 450-seat dining center. The phase of the project focusing on the design and pre-construction services, commissioning, and final preparation of the required documents needed to seek construction bids was approved by the Board of Trustees in May 2022, but was placed on hold near the completion of design development. The university requests authorization to resume pre-construction services in preparation for soliciting public construction bids. This phase of the project is expected not to exceed $8 million, and the source of funds is AFS reserves. I ask for your approval for this resolution.
May I have a motion and a second to approve the resolution?
I so move.
Trustee Navarro made the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Trustee Russell, second. Is there any discussion? All those in favor of the resolution, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? The resolution is approved.
Thank you. Resolution number 2025.12/44, authorization to name the Carol and Jerry Ringer Concert Hall stage. The Wonsu Kim College of Fine Arts respectfully requests naming the concert hall stage in the Center of Performing Arts as the Carol and Jerry Ringer Concert Hall stage. This naming reflects and recognizes the generous financial commitment by Carol and Jerry Ringer. Carol and Jerry Ringer have been advocates and supporters of fine art at Illinois State University since their arrival in the area in 1970 to establish Jerry's ophthalmology practice. Jerry is a founding member of the Illinois Shakespeare Festival Board of Directors, and Carol was the first executive director for the Illinois Prairie Community Foundation, executive director for the Bloomington Normal Symphony, and a leader of the Broman Foundation for the Mennonite College of Nursing. Their commitment to philanthropy has had a major impact on the Bloomington Normal community. The Ringers' financial commitment to the Wonsui Kim College of Fine Arts will elevate student experiences for years to come. As a result, we proposed naming the concert hall stage as the Carol and Jerry Ringer Concert Hall Stage. I ask for your approval of this resolution.
May I have a motion and a second to approve the resolution?
I so move.
Trustee Navarro made the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
I'm sorry, who's that?
Chris.
Oh, Trustee Lutz, second. Is there any discussion? Well, I would just like to say that I have personally known Carol and Jerry Ringer since I started my medical career in Bloomington Normal and moved here in 1988. I got out of medical school when I was 10. Jerry was also my personal physician, and I respect what he has done for the community as well as Carol. You know, Carol and Jerry are jewels in our community. Whatever we ask them for, they step up and do. And this is just another thing they're doing. Personally, I want to thank both of you very much for your generosity and all you do for Bloomington Normal and for Illinois State University. All those in favor of the resolution, please say aye.
Aye.
I
Opposed?
Aye.
Opposed? The resolution is approved.
Okay.
It has been an absolute pleasure to be a part of this community and not only ISU, but the whole community. And I just personally feel very fortunate that we are able to do some of the things that we have done. And I have to attribute a lot of this to Jerry's upbringing, where he was taught as a kid, out of every dime, each one went into a different spot, and part of that spot was philanthropy. And so I attribute it to his generosity and his upbringing. So thank you.
On a personal level, Carol and Jerry have extended just amazing support and grace and friendship to my wife and I. We couldn't be more pleased and delighted and humbled by your friendship and your support to us personally and the university as a whole. Thank you so much. Okay, resolution number 2025.12/45, authorization to name the Doug and Kathy Collins Gym and the Doug and Kathy Collins Athletics Leadership Suite. Illinois State University Athletics respectfully request naming the North Gym in Horton Field House and the 213-213 Office Suite in Safeco Arena. This naming reflects and recognizes the generous financial commitment by Doug and Kathy Collins. Doug Collins is a former Illinois State basketball student athlete who played from 1970 to 1973 and was coached by Will Robinson. He went on to play in the NBA from 1973 to 1981 after being selected as the first overall draft pick. After his retirement, his career turns to coaching and broadcasting. Kathy Collins is a College of Education graduate, and both she and Doug are strong supporters of ISU athletics. Doug and Kathy Collins' financial commitments to ISU athletics will continue to elevate and enhance students' athlete experiences. As a result, we propose naming the North Gym in Houghton Field House as the Doug and Kathy Collins Gym, and the 213 Office Suite in Sefco Arena as the Doug and Kathy Collins Athletic Leadership Suite. I ask for your approval of this resolution.
May I have a motion and a second to approve the resolution?
So
That's a
moved.
motion.
Trustee Henniges made the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Trustee Russell or Trustee Peterson? Second. Is there any discussion? All those in favor of the resolution, please say aye.
Aye.
I,
Opposed? The resolution is approved.
Although Doug and Kathy are not with us here today, I want us to take just a moment to acknowledge their ongoing support of Redbird Athletics and Illinois State University. We are very appreciative to both of you. Please join me in a round of applause in recognizing Doug and Kathy's contribution. And that concludes the resolutions for today.
I now entertain a motion to move into closed session for the purpose of discussing minutes of meetings lawfully closed under this act for purposes of approval by the body of the minutes pursuant to 5 ILCS 120/2C21. Discussing collective negotiating matters between the public body and its employees or their representatives pursuant to 5 ILCS 120/2C2. Discussing litigation that has been filed and is pending before a court or administrative tribunal, and when an action is probable or imminent pursuant to 5 ILCS 120/2C11, and discussing the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees pursuant to 5 ILCS 120/2C1. May I have a motion and a second to move into closed session?
I so move.
Trustee Navarro made the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Trustee Lutz, second. Is there any discussion? Having no discussion, Trustee Navarro, please call for roll call vote.
Trustee Bone.
Yes.
Trustee Henniges.
Yes.
Trustee Lutt.
Yes.
Trustee Merminga. Trust-
yes.
Trustee Navarro, yes. Trustee Peterson.
Yes.
Trustee Russell.
Yes.
Trustee Tillis.
Yes.
The motion is approved. We will now move into closed session. Following closed session, the board will move back into public session to vote on board action discussed during closed session specific to the approval of the closed session meeting minutes from October 17, 2025, and for the purpose of adjournment. Thank you.